come with tremendous passion and love for the country.
Thank you for coming out.
Brexit was very, very similar. And, you know, I think you have this political comfortable sort of route where you go, oh, well, somebody's going to vote. And it was a huge shock to the system where people sort of thought, well, no, Brexit's just not going to happen. And that whole whirlwind that came through, it's exactly what Trump's done too as well. You whirlwind people of not knowing what's going on, just picking out, cherry picking things that people want to hear because they are seeing, you know, they're feeling like they're desperate and not being listened to, and they're just going to cling on to those ideas and ideals. And Brexit was the same. And I've got a friend of mine in Ireland, right? And it was hilarious because he was going, Brexit to the left of me, Trump to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. That's how I feel. Just thought it was a classic song. The main concern is, and anxiety, genuine anxiety, is what's the aftermath of this election, you know. So on that next morning, you know, I really think there was going to be a backlash. It just feels like there's going to be a backlash that happens. And I think Trump has got his, you know, that side just so wound up into a tizzy. You're going to see people, you know, literally going onto the streets, throwing bricks through shop windows. And on the other side, you know, if Trump gets in, I think you're going to find marches to anything going to the White House to get him out. And either way, we are so polarized. It's such a visceral election. The thing with Hillary was, I can't remember, I started doing that same thing, like, ugh, you know, oh, she's just as bad, or, you know, what's the point of having her in and stuff. And I started thinking recently, going, why did I end up all of a sudden disliking her so much? I couldn't understand, like, why I went from one point, from there to going, oh, she was doing quite well, to, oh no, she's terrible and whatnot, you know? Over here, I think in Europe in general, European friends, you know, everybody's just shaking their head going, what is going on? You get Americans going over there, just going like this, covering their eyes and shaking their heads going, this is just an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. And it's sad also. I find it sad that, you know, for the first time, it's a historical moment that there is a possibility for a woman to become a president, and she's going to go up against somebody like that, who is clearly, and I don't care if anybody says it, it's misogynist. It's a misogynist country in that sense. It's misogynist for having somebody in there, you know, and also it's a bit racist too. I mean, you think Obama, can you imagine Obama, right, without having a perfect record of behavior? Can you imagine if he was sexually going, or, you know, and harassing these women and stuff? He wouldn't have been able to move. With all my hands on the table, I've got to say Hillary's going to win, but there is still that fear that there is a potential. I think she will get through because of the electorate. There is what Trump has and what his power is at this point. I can't sit comfortably, not after sitting through Brexit here. I'm not sitting comfortably on this one either. I can't. I'm just hoping that teeters over to Hillary. Free pancakes. That's it. Free pancakes if Hillary gets in. I'll have to make sure I get a lot of buttermilk.